Hi friends, this is Carol Vare. It's March 30th, 2020. We are in the midst of a worldwide coronavirus. So many people, like myself, are told to stay at home to not spread the virus. This is a very important time on the planet, and I'm so happy to be a part of this great shift. Yes, it is the big earth shift that has been prophesized and talked about for years and years. Many of you that are tuned into this right now will know that you have come to be on this planet at this very important time. I have a few friends and myself. We meet together on a daily basis and we go to the Galactic Council. And at this time, there's a lot of people from the Galactic Council meeting. There are spaceships surrounding the Earth, and they are helping us at this time. They are benevolent beings, and they have some good advice to offer us. What follows this video is an audio recording of some of the messages that we received yesterday regarding the changes that are happening and how to move forward. Many of these messages are important to lightworkers, way showers, and people that know they are here on the planet at this very important juncture. This is all good news, guys, nothing bad. And stay in the light, help one another, stay in love. Listen to the audio. It's only about 15 minutes. We will be presenting more audio and video on this channel. So subscribe so you can be updated. And leave your comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.
Well, I'm first asking who's here, because there's a lot of them. And it looks like at this time on the Earth, there's a lot of spaceships around the Earth. And there's at least one representative from each one here today. And they're from all different galaxies and planets. And they wanted me to note that they are very calm, and there's a lot of joy and love, and there's no need for fear or exhaustion. More like, it looks like that what I'm getting is that they are addressing the collective people of the Earth. There have been many times when they've worked more individually, but there is a lot of people. It's almost like the floodgates are opening, because there's a lot of people that are open and seeking and want to know what's going on and are open to the truth. We are working with these people in a sort of a group setting, groups that are they're creating, not groups on the Earth. Okay, they're liking it to you guys are funny. They're liking it to, like, every community has like a watch group leader, and that's how they're liking it too. There are certain people in certain locations and or having influence within a group of people that may not be physically nearby. They're saying these are normal, so-called normal people, not government or official like that. And they're saying this is really a wonderful time, and keep spreading the joy of this wonderful time, because people are stepping forth and seeing the truth It is good that the governments and the powers that be have not been organized, have not been prepared, because the responsibility falls solely on the people. And it is time for the people to take that responsibility. Many are. And they're acknowledging that we were speaking earlier about sharing our knowledge and our gifts at this time. Being very open, not being afraid to speak our truth this time, because others are seeking it. They want to emphasize that there is a lot of support from this council and from those that they are sending out from this council. There's a lot of support from those all around the universes. And while all the support may seem very important and serious, it is really of a lighter nature. No one is going to come through this that hadn't already contracted and desired it. This is the shift. Yeah, this is the shift that has been awaited. Well, they're making a joke with me because Mary and I were joking about, we thought it would just be the Garden of Eden immediately. And they said it's not what you, maybe not what you expect, but be assured we are here. Okay, so we must practice speaking the language of the others. Some people will think angels, some people will think ETs, some people will think meditation, taking a walk, flowers, nature. It is all the same thing. We don't need to freak out people by saying certain things like ETs or something. The most important thing is to acknowledge the aliveness of the earth, the aliveness of that everything is alive, the trees, the flowers, everything has a consciousness. And many, many people that are, especially earth people, can really resonate with that. And that alive consciousness is already encoded with what is shifting and what is happening. And so they are very, this may be their teacher. This may be their gateway. When speaking to others, allow them to use the terminology that's most comfortable with them. We don't need to get technical, or we don't need to get practical. Our energy is what we need to focus. Our energy, our heart, our love. Words are not really necessary. So we can transmit our love, spread that, and allow others to speak. Once we begin to open that gateway of communication, a lot will come through for others. A lot will come through. And then also to reach out to others that come to our mind. And they may seem random, but they're not. Stay very open right now. Well, then they sort of said, well, always, but just be very acutely aware of the messages and what's coming through. And especially when somebody comes to mind to contact, it is important for you to contact them. they may be opening at this point. And it is also very important to come together like this and to come alone to rejuvenate your energy. All you need to do is hold your light and hold it bright, and that is the teaching. They will learn from this. It is not complicated. It's very simple. It will almost feel passive, but it is tremendously powerful. You have all come here and awaited this time. Don't dismiss the feelings and the thoughts of others, but don't go down their rabbit hole either. Just stay steady with the light. And when fear comes to you, it is an indication to rejuvenate on your own. After all, you are human in human body, and in your cells, you have already been programmed with fear. And so this is a natural bodily function. So when fear comes to you, that is your time to withdraw and to rejuvenate or connect with those that would understand. Even though it is seemingly a time to be alone, it is actually the opposite. It is a time to practice being together on an energetic level that many people have been aware of, but have not taken the time to be in this way. So it is a practice for many to connect energetically. It is very easy, and it will surprise some how easy it is. They're asking also, is there any questions, Pat or Sujit? Do you have any specific questions right now?
Today we did a work. Yeah. Go on, Pat.
Oh, go ahead. It's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, today we did some work. What was that about, basically?
You did some what? I didn't hear it.
Okay. We did see Earth in a pyramid and protection, and there were some planets protecting, and everything was happening.
They're saying that while this beautiful upheaval of love and energy is coming, there's also an upheaval of the darkness. This is going to come to overcome some. And so it is important to use your skills and powers to protect others, like I see it as a picture of keeping them at bay. The darkness will not be eliminated. This is not something that we seek to do. This is not a battle, so to speak. It is their battle, but not our battle.
Okay.
It is important to do all of the things that you practice in this way. But know that you are strengthened more than ever in this light, in this time of light, because we are asking you to draw others to you in this light. You may experience people that are trying to draw into the light and being dragged back into the darkness. This is where your healing skills are very important. You are capable of doing this, of helping them to release the darkness. It's like, it looks to me, when they're showing me this, it looks like, like ink on their body, like washing it away. Humans tend to want to think logically and think it out logically and figure it out logically. And this is the big transformation, is it is not a logical, linear way. It is timeless, and it is pure energy. So heal those that would be dragged into the darkness, that want to be healed. But you will, like, you'll be very plenty busy helping others to congregate within this light. The forms of the pyramids, the forms of light, the geometric objecting that you put in your surroundings is very important. These are things that the darkness will repel from. Does that answer your question, CG?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Pat?
Yeah. So, yeah, I've been getting images of like a war room where there's a maps, strategic facilities located on maps and so on, and troops and whatever, and on a board that everyone can see. And then I got swords and like a big black woolen cloak, you know, like your general's going to wear. And in addition to the, you know, all the messages that you guys have gotten, the people that we reach out to, and the countries, reparation was a word that kept coming. So like when a country is defeated in battle, they're often given reparation, like to rebuild. And so people have seen through their country's defeats or their country's wars, conflicts, whatever, and also personally, how they have felt downtrodden and beaten up and just abused in so many ways. And a lot of this has all, in the 5D level, has been lifted, forgiven. You know, everything is light now. But for the people in the 3D who are still suffering and creating their own pain, reliving their own experiences and that of their families and past, it is much harder for them to grasp what we are saying. So when we speak with these people and send light to these areas that have been battle-torn, you know, geographically and in a huge way, and also in a personal way, that we need to be at their level to really give them comfort, because they have so much fear and hostility. The hostility obviously comes from the fear, and they still have it. So it's very hard for them to actually step into that place of light where they feel confidence and that they will be okay, because they're so still steeped in the whole I was beaten up thing, and I'm of color, or I'm of a third world, or whatever it is. I am the underdog. They're living that still.
People that, what I'm hearing is these are the people that are still living in a state of separation, and they identify with their separation.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the time that, because of what is happening on the planet, the physical separation, they're now forced to remember that they are not separate. And so, like, they're lifting out of this because they need to find common ground. And they will find common ground with the light. Yeah.
That's perfect. Yes.
Yeah.
Finding common ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the common ground is not the physical. It's,
no.
You know, like you said, people of color, like we've pointed out our difference. But, yeah, it's so amazing to watch, because it's like so much is flooding into this now, the realization of oneness, the realization of the togetherness, and that saying that darkness will never overcome the light. It does not have as much power as the light. That's why we don't, as the light, we don't need to fight the battle that they choose to fight, that we don't have to go and fight them. We just need to shine brighter, because they can't overcome that. The darkness cannot overcome that.